Are you one of my viewers who ask themselves, when on earth is she cooking again? Well, today I'm cooking for you. So today we are making a Swabian Christmas Eve staple. As you know, Swabia is my home region, and if you don't know where that is in Germany, Swabia is split in two parts. I come from the Bavarian Swabian part, which is the very south of Germany, the very south of Bavaria actually. It's between Lake Constance in the west and, let's say, King Ludwig's Neuschwanstein Castle in the east. And the southern border is Switzerland and Austria. And in the north is the capital of Bavaria, Swabia, that's Augsburg. So now you know where Bavarian Swabia is. The staple item we make today comes from the Baden-Württemberg state Swabians. So they are to the west of me. Starts around Lake Constance. It's in Stuttgart, Ulm, where the Ulmer Münster is, the big tower, the biggest, used to be the biggest tower, I think, in Germany. Albert Einstein was a Swabian who came from Ulm, and that's their staple item we make today. We eat it too in Bavaria, Swabia, but a little bit different, but let's just go ahead. It's called, in English translation, sour lentils. And in Stuttgart, Swabia, they would eat it with spätzle and weenies. I make my sour lentils in the ipot because I love that staple item. I really love it. It's easy to make. It's not taking time away from you. It tastes good. Everybody likes it. So that's why I like to make it on New Year's Eve, for example, when you really don't have time to cook and concentrate on your pots. I put it in the ipot, and then once you have everything in there, the lid is closed, you can't forget about it. That's what I like so much on the ipot. It turns into warming mode once your steam time is over, and once you're ready to eat, you just open up the lid. So that's what we make today, sour lentils. I will make them the side. I will not make spätzles. If it would be Christmas Eve today, I probably would make spätzles. But I have the recipe for vegan spätzles on my channel, and I will link to it in case you want to have it with spätzles to do the real traditional Swabian dish. You can make it. There's a few little difference. I showed you the cheese spätzle recipe, which is a Bavarian Swabian dish. And if you make it for the sour lentils, the spätzles, just make the spätzles. Same recipe, but don't add cheese or onions. And another difference is the spätzles for the lentils, you should rinse with hot water. Do not take cold water. Rinse it with hot water. This makes sure your spätzles are not getting sticky. If you make cheese spätzles, it's like with Italian spaghetti. You want sticky, starchy spätzles or pasta. The pasta should, as they call it, marry the sauce, and that works with the stickiness. And the cheese spätzles marry with the cheese, so they need to be sticky too. But here for the sour lentils, no marriage. They should be rinsed hot, short, not too much, and then you can eat them to the sour lentils. And I linked the recipe, so you will have it on there. You don't have to look for it on my channel. I'm making, as a side, I decided to make fingerling potatoes. I washed them. I love fingerling potatoes. Why am I not doing spätzles? I try to how can I say that? Between Thanksgiving and Christmas, I try to add a few days healthy, whole plant-based, less fat cooking. You know, and spätzles are like pasta. You know, it's you can make it whole plant-based, but if you wanna, you know, get a few days, I don't want to say fasting, but all the goodies out of your system, the fingerling potatoes are a good item. And yes, you could just throw them into the lentils and a few weenies, and vegan weenies. Here I have those, Light Life vegan weenies. Eddie likes those. And to cook it all together, that's okay. I don't. I want my lentils separate. I want to know how many potatoes I put in to eat. And I want to know, I don't want to cut up the weenies. If I want to eat one weenie and not more. And for the reason I just said, I try to get a little less gunk in my junk. This item is absolutely Daniel fast approved, I should say that. So you can use it during Daniel fast with the fingerling potatoes, no problem at all. So you want to get started? Let's do it. Let you get me. Let you get you down. Oh God, I can't talk. Obviously. Okay, here's my ipot. We put it on sautee, and I have a little bit of garlic broth. I use 4 cups of garlic broth here, vegan garlic broth. I put a little bit into water sautee, and let's put the potatoes in. And I cut the onions really quick. I have 1 red onion. I love the red onions, so you can take any onion you want. That's kind of a medium-sized red onion. And Clay noticed when I use yellow onion, he's kind of not allergic to onions, but sensitive. And if I use red onions, he doesn't get the itchiness he gets with yellow onions. So that's why I use red onions. I prefer red onions to make everybody happy. If this dish is also good for a Christmas Eve, if you have meat eaters coming, you can put a separate pot on with real wieners or beef kielbasa and microwave it, so you can give them some meat. Some people can't live without meat, so you can do that. And everybody can eat when they want. It stays on warm, and you can open up as often as you want and serve it. So it's a cool dish, low key, very, very good. Not everybody knows it. It's kind of with spatulas, it's really special, but it's also good with potatoes. And on those days, you really don't want to spend too much attention in the kitchen. I thought that would be a good recipe to show you. Okay, so we water sautee because we don't use oil. You know, I try to follow Dr. McDougall and high carb, but no fat. And so I don't use fat to sautee. I water sautee. It's up to you if you want to use olive oil or something else. Just keep in mind, the more fat you use, the less the health effect for whole plant-based will be. Okay, so let's water sautee. And as those of you who don't know, I started the Dr. McDougall diet in 2017, and until 2019 I had lost 118 pounds. I did, and did not use insulin anymore. However, A year later, I got diagnosed with LADA, which is diabetes 1.5, basically. So my body makes insulin, but not enough. I have to use insulin now, a small amount, but if you use insulin, you know, you gain weight. So I gained weight about 20 pounds, 25, around my midsection. Unfortunately, it's not gonna, you know, but since then I stayed, it's almost a year now, yeah, more than a year actually, but I stayed on the same weight, so I think it has balanced itself out. Sometimes I eat too much fat, so, you know, but it all works out. So now we need about, I take these little carrots. You can use big carrots and cut them, but the little ones are faster to cut. About a cup, I would say. It's not, you know, I don't measure that, but about a cup. And the carrots are the reason why we water saute, because they take longer than anything else we put in. So we want to make sure, oops, they are not too hard. So I cut them in little chunks. Not too big, not too little, but a little bit. Could put them in, but then you have to steam them longer, and I try to have everything at the same level. Okay. Goes in. They soften. Oops. I'm throwing stuff around today. Okay, a few more. That's the most labor-intensive part of this meal. You can do this way ahead of Christmas Eve. You know, you can do it during lunch or even in the morning when you don't have time the whole day to do something. You know, people are always busy. Christmas Eve is the German main part where kids get the presents from the Christkind in the evening. That's why we always try to have a meal, a dinner that is easy to go with, so that we have time wrapping presents or, you know, setting the table or doing whatever, greeting guests. Then in our home, we do, because we have a mixed American-German family, so everybody can pick one present on Christmas Eve after dinner from the pile that's under the tree, and then Sunday, Christmas morning, Eddie or the kids can open the presents. We do have Spanish members in the family. And as you know, they get their presents. The kids in Spain get their presents January 6th, when the three wise men are at the nativity, are visiting Jesus. So as kids, we could load up 3 times, you know. German, American, and Spanish, but we don't do it. Just wanted to let you know it's possible. So let's water saute a little bit more. That should be enough carrots. Yeah, should be enough. It's about a cup of carrots. And let's soften that a little. Looks good already. Smells already good, you know. Yeah, it looks already nice. So the onions already look glassy. The carrots are a little softened. So what we do now is we turn it off. Okay. Now we put in, I soaked 3 cups of green lentils yesterday overnight, and we add those. As they are soaked, they don't really need a lot of time. So everything should be done in 2 minutes steaming time in the Instapot. So we will program to 2 minutes, and as you know, the 2 minutes are the steaming time, not the time it's in there. Okay, mix that up a little. I turn off the ipot for now. Okay, now we add the 4 cups of garlic vegan broth. Let's see if we need the 4 cups. Yeah, I like it thinner. I don't like it too thick. Let's see. Right now I have added 3 cups. Maybe that's enough. Yeah, maybe that's enough. Let's stay with 3 cups. I can always add something later when it's done. Stay with 3 cups. Garlic broth. You can take any vegan broth, but I like the garlic broth flavor. It's that one better than bouillon roasted garlic base. That's what I use. I do not add salt at this point because you have salt in the broth, and I add my salt later on when we open the lid and do the final tasting. What I do add right now is caraway seed, a 1/4 teaspoon. Then 2 bay leaves. I have the dried version. I have nothing in the garden right now. I do have the Maggi Herb in the garden. It's this here. That's one of the last twigs I have. We had frost today, so it's gonna go down. So I picked the nice leaves. I will cut them down a little. Maggi Herb is Garden Lovage. In German it's Liebstöckel, or we call it Maggi Herb. Don't put in too much, it's very potent, so don't overdo it. Ah, it's really smelling something. Yeah, I think it's enough. So, cut them up. Okay. Later on we take the bay leaves out when the soup is done, but we need bay leaves in there. I have the caraway seed, so now we need pepper. I would say this pepper you can be generous. I would say quarter teaspoon right now. You can always do later more. Then what we also need, and that's a very, very important ticket, is vinegar. So you can take apple cider vinegar. I take this balsamico. It's a blonde balsamico, it's not so dark. And I put that one in. And I also put it on the table because I, as well as other people in my family, like to add a few drops of balsamico in the plate on top of it. Okay, that's why it's called sour lentils, because you put that one in, and that's absolutely necessary. Now let me see if I have everything in. Why am I throwing everything down today? Okay, so we got that. We need a little bit of mustard. Just a little spritz, not too much, don't overdo it. Maybe I can do it with a little 1/4 teaspoon here. Yeah, that's enough. See, a 1/4 teaspoon. Okay. And that's about it. That's all you need. And now we close the lid. And get the lid. We put it on, again, no salt so far. We put salt in at the very end if we need it. Okay, we close the lid, put on seal. Let me see if I can show you what I do here. I go on manual and I go to 2 minutes. 2 minutes on manual. And now we let it go. I put it here on the table, the ipot, because it's easier to see. And now, while this is cooking, I just use the leftover garlic broth, and I put a little bit more water in there, and we let it boil. And in the last 2 minutes, when the potatoes are almost done, I will add my wiener right in that water. The one I make for myself. I'm not making more than I need right now because everybody wants their stuff fresh and not heat it up in a microwave. Okay? So, potatoes are on, and the lentils, as I said, I soaked my one overnight. You can do it otherwise. You can wash them, rinse them, and I think the fast cook is 2 minutes on boil and then rinse them. But I usually soak my lentils and then they don't need extra time to cook. If you cook them completely dry, I don't know, I have never done it, but that's at least 15 minutes cooking time in the ipot, steaming time. So I will see you again when the lentils are done. And until then, I also want to thank you for watching my channel. I'm not taking that for granted, and I appreciate very much. You know, I got shadow banned after the first year. I had like 700 to 1,000 viewers per cooking show. Now I have maybe 100 or 50, you know. Quite frankly, I have no problem with it. I rather have 100 nice viewers, open-minded. They don't have to think the same I do. They don't have to cook the same I do. I'm fine with it. That's how our family is actually. Nobody is the same, and we all have the right to believe what we believe in and feel strong about stuff. We don't have to hate each other. We don't have to force others into our thinking. So I want to thank you all to stick with me in my cooking, my fashion, my singing, and my bad videos I take with my old cell phone. And hope you will have a very Merry Christmas. Maybe I give you some stats. I got the YouTube stats. I am considered a growing channel. Woohoo! I got, I think, 26 subscriptions this year, so that's okay. That's fine. New subscriptions. And the most watched video during 2022 was my showing you, when I showed you how to make quinine hydrochloroquine, the natural hydrochloroquine. I had a lot of viewers there, and it seems there was a search for that, and people were looking for that. The second most viewed one was the breakfast bars in the Daniel fast. It was, I think, day 5 of the Daniel fast. I showed you the breakfast bars I made. And number 3 were the European soldier beans. That was amazing to me, because European soldier beans, I thought, yeah, well, beans, you know, but this was my 3rd most searched item on the channel. I wanted to share it a little bit with you. So again, thank you very much for staying with me and watching my channel. Very appreciated. Please like and subscribe. It helps me to grow. and I'm not monetized. You know, I do this without getting any money or any being any affiliate. I'm not selling my soul, and that's what they asked me to do when I was an affiliate for for a few companies, and I stopped everything. I'm not selling my soul, nor am I selling my beliefs. Okay, now I get back to you as soon as the lentils are done. I will show you. A friend of mine called and asked what the Swabians called this dish. The staple dish with the Spätzles is called saure Linse mit Spätzle und Seiterwürstle. If you make it like I had with fingerling potatoes, you would call it saure Linse mit Grombeere und Seiterwürstle. If you ask somebody from Berlin what a Grombeere is, what a Grombeere is, they will say, huh? So keep in mind, Northern Germans don't understand us at all. We have different words for different things. Swiss people will understand us more than Northern Germans. So Grombeere are potatoes, Kartoffel in German. And Seiterwürstle are wieners, Wiener. So it's different. Spätzle are Spätzle, because Spätzle are the same everywhere in the world. They are coming from Swabia. And what do you want to say? Yeah, that's if I give you the translation. So sour lentils with Spätzles or potatoes and wieners. Yeah, that's that part. So I think I covered everything. Hello, we are back. I have the Instapot on low since 10 minutes. I left it on natural release, so I didn't open the steam seal. I just let it go down slow in 7 minutes because I had to wait for the potatoes anyway to get soft, the fingerlings. And they take about 10 minutes. Well, let's start from the beginning. One of my friends called me and said, can you show the Garden Lovage again, the Maggi Herb? So I did not use those leaves because they're a little yellow, but this is how they look. And they grow like crazy in the garden, so I don't put it in the high rise, or I have it on the side on the fence. They grow like a jungle once you have them. You can get them in nurseries, you know, little plants in spring. They are not. The frost we had tonight, they killed it. So they were flat on the ground. You could probably freeze them, you know, in the freezer. It's like Maggi, you know, the Maggi bottle. Yeah, that's exactly how it tastes. That's where it comes from. That's why we call it Maggi Herb. It's an easy to grow herb, so I wanted to say that again. And very potent, so don't use a lot. Also, I forgot the thyme. I forgot to add thyme to my lentils, a 1/4 teaspoon. I think I did. I will try. So we open now. I put it down here. We open. Just get the thyme out of my hand. There's still some steam in there. It's amazing. Because you know the lid you can only open when the steam is down. It's very safe. Okay. Ooh, that tastes good. We take the bayleaves out to make sure nobody has that in their plate. I have 2 of them. Where is the other one? Hello. Here. Take those out. Okay. Yeah, it's all perfectly soft. We don't need any salt. No. But I do enter the a quarter teaspoon thyme. I think I didn't put thyme in it, and it really needs thyme. Okay, now we swirl it around a little. Put it in my plate. So I like it that thin. It shouldn't be thinner, but that's how I like it, because it gets thicker if you let it stand another day. The leftovers will be thicker. And I take my senior, my wiener, my vegan wiener. Oops, now I broke it. I just heated it up when the last few minutes of the potatoes getting through. So I put a few potatoes in here. Oh yeah, I should tell you. So this is how it looks like. Oh, it smells good. So what I do, and that's up to you, there's a little leftover of vinegar in my measuring cup. I put that over it before I eat. Just a little spritz. I like those lentils sour. Let me try. Yeah, now they are perfect. Perfect meal. Daniel Fast approved. Healthy, whole plant based. I eat the wiener with it, the light. This is the one vegan jumbo smart dogs, but you can also make normal ones if you have meat eaters in the family. What else did I want to tell you? Oh yeah, I should, let me take you down here. Oops. See my advent calendar here and my candle, and this is something I got from Trader Joe's, and I had it before and it went like on a Sunday afternoon. They all ate it and I only have 2 vegans, and it was like 6 people and they ate it. So it's called vegan gingerbread loaf. So if you are near to Trader Joe's, get it. It's really, really good. It's so good in the morning to your coffee, or in the afternoon with a cup of tea. I thought I'd let you know. That's it. I think we are done. I wish you a great Merry Christmas. Should we not see each other before, I might put in another chat or show or something. But I hope you have a healthy and happy Merry Christmas. No stress. Take it easy. Make something easy. My sour lentils are one suggestion for you. And we will see each other again at the next Tater Cowgirl Rodeo. As they say in California, peace out. Pow.